And for all these people on Facebook, how you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. YouTube. Ah, YouTube is always a fun one. Yeah, so this look here, when you're seeing somebody doing this, that means they're thinking. And that's not the best thing. And I go
Against her
through a
for
lot
the
of this.
filming of this man and dissemination of that online, in which went viral all over the internet. Now, this has come down to some very interesting arguments as the hearings are now starting in this case, and folks that are attending those are sending me information. And I find it very fascinating that the defense seems to be hinging all their marbles on the open door theory, everything they're putting into this basket, because we haven't seen a plea deal yet, which is the most likely outcome in almost all.
Because the whole factor is, and this is the interesting argument with New York, is that you ordered food, you have food coming, you said leave it at the door. If I approach the door and that's what I see, which is very much open door, plain view of everything. Yeah, you can look confident about this. You can have a law degree, but also in just general facts, it is all hinged on it. But it's not all hinged on getting that one. And my God, I hate these mornings. Oh, oh, God, man. Ah. Sorry, folks. It's that. Ah, nature calls, folks. Nature calls. It happens. But yeah, it still will be interesting. It's still going to be one of those things of watching the talking heads saying, well, it all really depends. Yes, there's a couple cases in New York where person was recorded through a slit in a window that was on a second floor, not compared to going and walking up to the door as a service provider, which is their argument. Their argument on this case is she walked up as a service provider. What's still going to lose in this argument, in my opinion, is the fact she still posted it. And when she called the cops, all the rest of the data, because if they can get into a lot of it, they can get it. Oh, can you make an EMP device?
Imagine instead of using wires to transfer electricity, we do it wirelessly. On one side, I give a 5 volts to a coil, creating a field around it, and the second coil picks up that field and turns it back into power. You can see this exact system in wireless phone charger. But what if instead of 5 volts, I feed that?
Oh, this would be interesting.
So this guy right here is proof that just because you wear glasses, it doesn't mean you're smart.
Turns out Firefox is.
So this guy right here is proof that just because you wear glasses, it doesn't mean you're smart. Adam Conover got really big in the 2010s with the show Adam Ruins Everything, where he did these viral videos debunking a lot of topics, but then in the 2020s he shifts to these low-quality political videos, and also at the same time didn't live up to him, where he sold out to Sam Altman, and this is what ruined him. For Adam Conover's career, he started off as this sketch comic who began to work as a writer for College Humor and later appear in the videos, which ultimately led to him doing the Adam Ruins Everything concept, which was picked up by truTV. The reason Adam Ruins Everything was a big deal was because even though truTV was not a very big network where they only averaged 440,000 views per episode,
Court television. Court TV. Let's go and remember its original name, folks.
the budget was still way bigger than what most YouTubers offered. So basically, Adam Conover can come out, do his TV show, and then have the clips go online, which would get tens of millions of views versus the TV show that was only getting hundreds of thousands. And where things started going south was in 2018 and 2019, because what happened was in 2018, AT&T decided to buy Time Warner out for $85 billion, and truTV was actually owned by Time Warner, so because of that, they began cost cutting and thought Adam Conover's show just wasn't worth it and it wasn't appealing to advertisers, so they ended up canceling it. And because of that, there seemed to develop this really...
Wow, somebody telling the tricks of the trade to the people. Who wouldn't think that they would want to cancel a show like that?
bitterness from Adam Conover, where before that he was just this friendly guy who'd repeat things that teenagers already knew from Reddit, but then after that he began to get really
But boomers, some boomers just never knew.
Political and anti-corporate America, joining the writers board and a bunch of other things to try and go against corporations. His arguments just began to get a lot stupider, where he was no longer doing the high quality videos, but instead was just doing rants on TikTok of him talking, with one notable example being the time he was just bashing the $1.50 hot dog at Costco, saying it was a scam because it was a loss leader by the company, even though Costco openly admits to that, and that's just the point of a deal, and Costco also never claims to be a nonprofit. And from there, things just got a whole lot worse with his Joe Rogan interview, where this actually came out in 2019, but because he was now trying to be a political figure in 2022, 2023,
Yep. Biggest mistake ever. Go and let them know what type of political asshole you are.
clips started going viral again, and he was saying some really stupid claims, with one big example being his thoughts on transgender women in sports, saying because America has this advantage in the Olympics over countries like India, it should
Yeah, this is a straw man argument.
be okay for transgender women to play in sports, which was just really stupid. And then at the same time, he was also saying sports like baseball and football were designed for men, which Joe Rogan just responded so, and he just looked like an idiot. Adam Conover was definitely embarrassed by the Joe Rogan interview that was being resurfaced, but then making things even worse, he wasn't a very good socialist, where he got attached to WorldCoin created by Sam Altman, where basically Sam Altman had this idea where he wanted to collect everyone's biometrics, scanning their eyes, and they'd pay them in this cryptocurrency that was called WorldCoin. And this was also going on during a time where basically every celebrity was shilling to the crypto industry. Well, Adam Conover was no different, where basically he took money from WorldCoin to do a shout out. The cryptocurrency completely collapsed, losing 97% of its value. And even though Adam did apologize and later said he wasn't going to accept the money because of the audience backlash, it was really just because the backlash was why he did it, and he was willing to sell out his audience for a check. Ultimately, I think this guy's problem was he was a fun sketch comic who had a good TV show, but the
Turns out Firefox is bullying Microsoft right now, and Microsoft kind of... What is it now?
I'm re-engineering the chicken because modern chickens are defective. Remember this?
The queen is gone.
How many of y'all seen Chick-fil-A's in the hood?
Apparently, the
How many of y'all seen Chick-fil-A's in the hood?
Let's see. Jeff Gearing is always fun to see some of the stuff. How long ago was this? 8 months ago?
Happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for having it is giving full GPU acceleration for things like AI. This is loading a model into memory and running benchmarks. And you can see that, we have 16 gigs of VRAM and it doesn't need much for that is using. But there have been a couple efforts, one from Yang Haku and one of my other non-Pi boards like the Rock 500, 9700, something like that. Video on that is coming up too. And once I get this more stable, maybe I'll do a full video on NVIDIA graphics cards on the Pi and test a bunch of them. I have too many. I have too many graphics cards. And in addition to all the graphics.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those times. Ooh, baking a whole tub? Yeah, you're burning the shit out of this. Oh, big cookie. Big cookie. Oh. But yeah, that's why there was no video yesterday, no live feed. It was me taking mom to get blood work done.
Hey Hasbro, what do you make, buddy?
We make joy. We're the purveyors of playtime, architects of imagination, and the number one reason a parent will step on something sharp in the middle of the night. We make.
Yep. But I'm going to call it today because I have to get out there and get a lot of things done. So I hope you have yourself a great day, and thank you very much for watching.